Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for this week's fight card in the Internet Championship of Fighting. Tonight it is myself, Dylan Audrey, Mike LaFleur, and Bobby Diesel. We are missing our compassionate comrade, Kelvin Lamb, unfortunately. I believe he's busy. But, that aside, we have a stacked card for all of you tonight. I believe it is 6 fights on our main card compared to the usual 5. So opening up the card, I believe we have Marlon Scrunch Vera taking on Jose Altamirano. After that, we got the beloved Brian Colin taking on Thunder, who's seen a bit of a resurgence these days. He's made a couple adjustments in his game, and he's stacking some wins together. After that, we have formerly known as Deshaun Dubois, Daniel Medeiros, taking on Aldo Moffat. I'm sure there will be some potential title eliminator implications in that fight. Both guys are very highly ranked. We have Paddy Baker, the infamous Paddy Baker, former coach Paddy Baker, now just Paddy Baker, taking on Dennis Hendomali in their rematch. The last time these guys fought, it was in the Grand Prix, and Dennis got KO'd pretty quick, but there was some controversy to that. Dennis claims he didn't really have enough time to get going, so maybe we see a different outcome today. In our co-main, we have the long-awaited rematch between Vin Kellett and Simple Benny. This fight has been in the works a while. It's fallen through a couple times, so hopefully we get to see that tonight. And then our main event, the return of the king. Jean Batidde, our newly crowned champ, has his work cut out for him today, guys. He's taking on Dogu, the GOAT of the ICF. The man, the 13-1. The man who is undisputedly the most dominant champ we've ever had. The double champ. He's done it all. So, man, if Jean Batidde beats Dogu, that's got crazy implications for the division. What do you guys think?
I personally believe that Jean Batidde doesn't quite have that experience, but he is a very well-versed striker, and we've seen him put some emphatic finishes on the top of his division. Some would argue that Dogu had already capped those wins off for him, and maybe made the opponents easier. But Bobby, what would you think?
I think Mr. Jean here has his work cut out for him. First official title defense, you have to fight the GOAT. But from the couple fights we have seen from old Jean here, he's a very patient, technical, high-level striker. And on the flip side, we already know what Dogu brings to the table. Same thing, basically. So I think this will end up being a really good one, but it's kind of an interesting matchup on both sides.
And yeah, outcome aside, sorry, Mike. I think we're going to be in for a great fight, right? But this is Dogu's return. He's been away a little while. He's been practicing. He's been working on his game, mixing around with some different archetypes and stuff. And I think he's only improved since when he left us. So. I think this is by far Jean Batidde's most difficult fight to date, and this is as tough as the proven grounds will ever get. If you can beat Dogu Altunay, you're probably going to be champ for a long time.
Absolutely, and Dylan just summed exactly what I was thinking of. Both of these men are just trying to be at the top of this division, and now we're going to see. From the bottom of the card, Jose Altamirano and Marlon Scrunch Vera. Bobby, Dylan, what do you think this fight is going to turn out like? Jose, very high fight IQ, versus Jimmy. Marlon, formerly Jimmy.
Well, we bring it up every single time Jose fights on the main card, but, he's shown some really crazy reads. And, he can make the adjustments that need to happen. Even in his last fight, I wouldn't really say he was losing in those first 2 rounds of his fight, but he was taking a lot of damage and possibly could have been down on the scorecards, and then he ended up pulling out the submission late. So I think it'll be interesting to see if he can kind of keep that up here. He's definitely not an easy it's definitely not an easy fight for Marlon here.
And this is Marlon's debut in the light division. You know, he's come down from heavy, you know, having only lost in the heavy division to the now champ Jean Batidde in the final. So he's looking to make a run at the light belt. You know, he was a top contender in the heavy division. So no better man to take on than Jose, right? I mean, Jose's been at the top of the light division rankings for a long time now. You know, he's cemented his place up there, and the man is never in a boring fight. So I think we could have a potential fight of the night on our hands.
Absolutely. And just from the bottom of this card, looking at these two top contenders, Marlon, formerly Mark, formerly Jimmy, has absolute power in his hands. And I believe he's also switched archetype here as well. So we're going to be seeing a lot more leg kicks, a lot more intelligent wrestling from him, just to be most like his real life counterpart. But now, to get in to this first fight between Jose Altamirano and Marlon Scrunch Vera.
All right, so unfortunately, we will not be showing our first fight on the main card, Jose versus Marlon Vera. First of all, it's ruled a no contest. There was a clinch spam from Marlon Vera throughout the fight, and also it was quite obviously a rigged fight. We're not going to show it because it would waste your time. You know, the second round is entirely just grappling on the mat, but only transitions. You know, both guys just doing the same transition over and over. The third round is both guys just only throwing overhands and using head movement. The first round has a bit of both. So I think we can all agree, right, Mike and Bobby, that is a no contest, and well, there's no need to waste everyone's time showing them that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
wacky fights happen, oddities here and there, but you can't have your fight be on the main card and expect to blatantly rig it and
Exactly.
get away with it. So sadly, this one's a no contest, and you guys have been robbed of a fight. So, but
Of
we'll
course.
move forward. Hopefully, the rest of the card will be slap full of bangers as always.
As you said, Bobby, moving forward to Brian, the beloved Cullen versus Thunder. Thunder, a very crafty and well-experienced vet that has been around for a while. He's fought big names like Patty, Dennis. You know, he's been around, and he's looking to welcome Brian Cullen.
And Brian Cullen's no joke, man. He is no joke. He's very, very good. So I'm expecting this to be a very good fight. You know, Brian Cullen's coming off his first loss at the hands of Marlon Vera at the time Mark Hunt. And Thunder's coming off the back of a bit of a win streak. You know, he's seen a bit of resurgence. He's changed some things in his game, and now he's fucking guys up. So I'm really looking forward to this one.
I am as well. This is going to be a great fight, and let's get right into it, as not to distract the masses. Brian Cullen versus Thunder. So now getting into this fight between Brian Cullen and Thunder. I believe this fight is going to be fireworks. The reason these two men were match made is just because of the sheer skill versus experience.
The beloved Cullen, man. You know, are we going to see a Cullen cleansing from Thunder, or is it going to be lights out from Brian?
And coming in with the Arthur Fleck haircut.
Yeah, shout out to Jake Paul, formerly known as Arthur Fleck. I believe Justin Dejuin rocks that haircut too. Maybe his is different.
I think he
Oof.
rocks the man bun.
Wow, that
that
was
I
a
wore when I fought
close
Weed Man.
crane kick. Oof.
Yeah, and Thunder likes that crane kick, man. And those leg kicks, it's trademark of his style. In and out, leg kicks, crane kicks.
Oof.
Brian checks that one.
Shit. Yeah, you
Ooh.
definitely want to be careful with the leg kicks. It seems like a lot of guys will have a fair bit of success with them early,
Oof.
but
Crane kick lands. This is high
Oh.
pace.
Thunder is just throwing everything in the kitchen sink here at Colin.
it's mixing in some kicks really well. And that
Nice
and that
body
lead
kick.
body hook.
Brian needs to be careful here not to, Thunder's come out the gates at a very high pace, and if he kind of, he's waiting for that perfect shot, it seems, and if he sits and waits a little bit too long, he could find himself just slipping behind in the fight.
I believe you're right, and here, just looking, I wish we had. Ooh, look at that
Nice head
held.
kick.
Yeah, beautiful.
The leg
He
kick again.
is not scared of letting those leg kicks go.
Yeah, Thunder will throw those leg kicks with zero respect for his own health. Nice
Oh.
body shot. Doesn't get the rock. Now Brian's ripping the body.
Gotta be careful with those double body hooks, man. You get smashed in the chin with an uppercut, and your night's probably over.
And that leg is looking a little bit beat up on Colin's side.
Nice
Nice
right
hook.
hook. Nice check.
I feel
and
like Thunder's doing a pretty nice job of kind of bouncing in and out of range. He'll pop in, little 1-2 go, jab rear kick kind of thing, leg kick, and then back out, reset.
side steps the turning side kick.
That lead
And
body
this fight
kick
is
again.
it's proven to be everything we could have hoped. I mean, Thunder is just bringing out a crazy high pace here. But Brian's starting to find a bit of success with the hands. He's not intimidated by this.
And there are fireworks early coming out of both men. Ooh.
Nice uppercut.
Oh, the front hit.
Oof.
Both men's timing are insane right now.
Oh, heavy
Leg
leg
drop.
kick. See what Brian can have success maybe out of southpaw.
But if you notice, Thunder, as a veteran, switches straight to southpaw. He's comfortable in that stance as well. Many a missed kick here, but both of these men are doing a great job avoiding everything from the other.
Brian needs to really be cautious of those leg kicks. That's great body to head from Thunder.
Ooh, look at his
Bit
stamina.
overzealous. Yeah, I was about to say, bit overzealous with the stamina there, but I don't think he cares. He's doing the damage. Head kick lands. Rocks him. Oh, sits him down with the right hook.
Oh!
Nice head movement from Brian off his back.
Very, very skilled by Brian. And getting to the back position.
Wow, he takes his back.
And could we say that this might be a definitive advantage for Brian here on the ground?
I mean, Thunder used to run a balanced archetype, and he was no stranger to a bit of grappling. That's a great denial from Brian. So I don't think Thunder's a slouch on the ground by any means, but we're yet to really see Brian and his grappling on display. Posture's up.
Ooh. Great
Nice
grappling
body work.
from both men. And Bobby, what's your take now that you have a little more experience in the grappling realm here?
Locking up a guillotine, perhaps.
Ooh. That could go deep.
He's doing all right here. He could totally. Oh, when he gets the counter, that's a big mistake from Thunder because he totally could have finished that guillotine, and now he could get caught in a darce here. But he's out. Not much offense from Brian.
And the end of the first round.
Whew.
I don't quite know who to give that to, except for maybe Thunder at the end there for those rocks, the leg and the head, but Brian looked like he could be out controlling him and out striking him at times.
Well, he got the Thunder got the knockdown and the rocks, and that sub was tight until Brian
escape.
came with the counter. So, you know, I think Thunder should take the round.
Of
But
course.
Brian's not out of it, by any means.
Absolutely not. And Brian, taking some big shots in the second.
Thunder's having so much success with that jab straight. He's shown such development in his striking.
Ooh.
He's looking
Ooh.
he's looking so whoa.
Seeing some
Maybe a bit of-
weirdness here.
Could potentially be a controller malfunction.
Ooh. Thunder utilizing his reach really well here. Ooh.
Oh, nice head kick.
And Thunder now has won the second round.
Ooh, we leaned right into that body kick. And now Brian's right leg is getting chewed up.
Brian definitely needs something big here.
He's just, I don't think he has the same level of offense on the feet that Thunder has right now. You know, Thunder's very active, and Brian's not really showing a fantastic ability to counter. He's kind of just waiting for his turn and throwing then, but Thunder's just a lot more active here. Nice right hook.
Both men are looking sharp.
But Thunder's right leg is, you know, he's taking some damage now from a couple checks.
Brian is honing in, but it's giving Thunder a cue to throw that head kick.
Exactly, and that's when the jab straight comes in, because Brian's so concentrated on trying to check the leg kick, and the crane kick lands.
Oh my, Brian needs to be careful here.
Yeah, this second round is pretty much all Thunder.
Ooh.
Oh,
Brian is getting ate up here. Oh, and he's trying to go to the body.
ooh. And that was some nice body work, especially considering Thunder's stamina is a little low.
And that could
Yeah.
pay off here. Ooh.
Oh, nice slip hook to the body. I mean, if Brian can limit the amount of damage he takes in this for the rest of the second round, he, you know, could potentially get a finish in the third. Big body rock.
Really intelligent from Brian there.
Yeah, Thunder's, look at his stamina, man. 2 minutes left in this round as well.
And I think Thunder now knows what Brian is trying to do. It's a game of adjustments here.
Yep, and we're seeing him, you know, relax a little bit on the pressure. You know, he's not as active, and you can't be missing with hooks like that when your stamina's that low.
And could this have been Brian's game plan from the start? Just tire him out and wait for a rocky moment? Like Nate Diaz against Leon?
I mean, if he manages to pull it off, that's a very intelligent game plan. And that body kick is landing for him all day.
Ooh.
Oh, that was the perfect opportunity, but Thunder managed to just get out of the way. I mean, he missed big. Oh, uppercut as he goes to the body. That's the danger. You know, you want to work the body with those hooks. All it takes is, like Bobby said, one well-timed uppercut.
Oh, and look at the check. Oh.
Yeah, Brian Colan is really coming back into it now in the second half of this second round.
Brian needs to be careful. Maybe he should start pulling a bit more.
Yeah, we haven't really seen much head movement from either guy. You know, they're kind of just standing in front of each other with stationary heads, just swinging, and this is a crazy finish to the second round. Oh, another body rock knocks him down. Thunder's in trouble, man.
Thunder has gassed himself out here.
Yeah, I mean, he came with such a high pace in the first round and the first half of the second round. Misses with the crane kick. Oh man, he's gassed.
You can see Thunder slowly backing up here. He's running out of options, but he's hoping the bell will sound and he can get enough stamina for the next round.
Yeah, I mean, he still might win this round just based on how much damage he did in the first half, and he's still landing here as the round finishes. So we could potentially still be 2 rounds up. But I don't know, man. That second round was a lot closer than the first.
And here, looking at the highlights, those shots to the body, look how red his whole chest is. And his face as well.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Thunder, I'm maybe trying to grapple Brian in the third round here. Just ground him so you can't really take too much damage to your body anymore. But he's seen a good regeneration in his stamina. You know, he's not as gassed as he was, but 5 minutes left here.
Thunder would prefer the show, I believe, over anything.
Oh, that hook to the body again. Sits him down. Is this it?
And now, I think we're going to see exactly what you said, Dylan. Unless Brian just gets up. Never mind.
Yep. Nice momentum transition. And Colin is definitely the fresher guy here in the third round, and not as big a gap in the health stats or in the head health stats as one might think.
Exactly. It's not like either man is putting the other out with jabs.
That lead uppercut's working very nicely for Thunder. This is a great fight. This is a great fight.
A perfect fight to start off our night.
Yeah, unfortunately, our first fight this evening, you know, a little bit disappointing. We had to take that off the main card. But, man, these guys have made up for it. There's the 1-2 head kick. And Brian's teeing off on Thunder now.
There's so many
that lead uppercut. These guys are just standing they're standing in front of each other, Mike.
They really are. And like you said, that lead uppercut is doing wonders for both men. Look at each other's faces. They're covered in blood.
This is a war, man. This is a war for the ages. Front kick lands.
And chins of iron here being tested in the third round.
Body rock for Thunder now. Knocks him down with the hook.
He has to go for it. This is his chance.
Brian survives again. Nice denial that time from Thunder. He's not giving. And now we could see, like you were saying, Mike, a little bit of control from Thunder from top.
Absolutely. And Thunder is going to work off that momentum trick and hopefully stop that. But Brian is extremely skilled here.
Goes for the back take, gets it. Now Brian has his back with 2 minutes to go. Thunder makes his way back to full guard. And Thunder's denials are looking real good, man.
Extremely sharp, and he gets the reversal off a denial.
Yeah, you gotta be Thunder's no slouch on the ground. You know, Brian has to be a lot more careful and select with his choices in the transitions on the ground. I mean, he's going for broke here to try to get back to his feet.
Both men going for big things, and Brian really just needs to get Thunder off of him somehow, some way. Thunder
and this is
experience.
Yeah, for sure. Like we said at the start of the fight, Brian gets back to his feet, but that's great experience from Thunder. You know, he knows he's gassed a little bit. He knows he's done enough, got a knockdown or two in this third round to have it be his if he can control Brian for the remainder. But
these judges
back to their feet. You never know. You never know. That was a nice check from Brian. Damn, they're just swinging.
The in-game judges in the Oni v. Daniel fight. We've seen time and time again.
Oh! Now Thunder's rocked. Brian clinching it up. Not really a massive sense of urgency there. You know, 60 seconds left to go. Now is your chance to really go for broke.
Brian really does. He needs to try and end it here no matter what. And I think he knows that. Look at him pressuring forward here. But he gets set down.
Rear uppercut that time that sits him down. Head kick lands for Brian now. 30 seconds left to go. Brian sits him down. Could we see a finish here in the last 30 seconds? Thunder's rocked, man.
Wow. And
I have no idea who's winning this fight.
me
10
neither.
seconds.
Oh, that could have been lights out there.
5 seconds left to go. Brian's pushing the pace.
Oh!
Oh, Thunder knocks him down with 1 second left.
Oh!
Oh, what a fight. What a fight. Both guys just left it all, man.
Jeez.
I can't get over that. That might be the greatest fight in ICF history. That might be the greatest fight in ICF history.
Wow. That third round especially. Both men just going at it there.
What a war, and chins of iron and hearts of steel, man. These guys. And Thunder gets the nod.
Wow.
He gets the win via decision, and I think that's the right call. I do think that's the right call.
I believe as
think-
well that that's the right call. Brian came out and showed incredible heart there in the end.
Yeah, for sure. You know, that was a close fight. Don't get me wrong, but I think Thunder just managed to edge that. But, whew, I mean,
Wow.
that could have. I mean, that moment when Brian had him rocked up against the cage and he clinched. I mean, maybe that was the time to go for your infamous body hooks, because Thunder's not going to land a big uppercut counter on you if he's rocked that bad. But wow, what a fight! You know, this is one of those ones where both guys' stock goes up from that. I mean, just an incredible display from both guys.
And that, I don't know, if there's a fight that tops that for fight of the night, then we are in for an amazing card here.
Yeah, that was a slobber knocker, in the words of Joe Rogan.
Such an incredible fight. We just have to deliberate on that and definitely decide on that performance. But now looking forward to Daniel Medeiros and Aldo Mofat. This fight, we all know that every Aldo Mofat fight is just going to be weird and nitty and just down in the weeds. That's how it is every time.
He's so unorthodox, you know, and Daniel is the opposite. You know, Daniel he does the basics very well. You know, he's got very good control from top in the grappling. You know, he's got very solid striking. You know, he works. He's not super. You know, he's not gonna spin. He's not gonna throw spinning back fists into a turning side kick and then go for a jumping roundhouse. He's very solid in his basics, but that's what works for him. And it's the same with his grappling. Whereas Moffat is very unorthodox. So this is every fight against Moffat is a clash of styles, but this one in particularly is going to be an interesting one for sure.
You're absolutely right. And Moffat, just to speak to Daniel's offensive wrestling, he has some of the best in the division, only beaten by the current light champion, Decals. I mean, it's hard to say Decals is a submission wizard, a go-go merchant, as some might say.
Yeah, man. I mean, Daniel had a great run in the light division. Really, he only really came up short against the champ. And now he's back in the heavy division. After some time away, at the top end of it now with a fight against a number 2 ranked guy, I believe, in Moffat, either number 2 or number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, yeah. This is big for him. He could potentially be lining up another title shot after Ushin gets his rematch when Tough is over.
And I agree, that has to be the fight to make. After the rematch and after the end season of Tough.
Yeah, well, it's who wins this one, right? This has got big implications for the division.
It really does. But now, we're going to get into this number 2 and number 3 ranked competitor fight between Daniel Medeiros and Aldo Mofat.
Hey, so Dennis here. We had a change of plans. There was unfortunately a terrorist attack in the commentary booth, and unfortunately, with a heavy heart, I do have to say that Bobby and Dylan have passed away, beheaded actually on camera from the terrorist attack. But now we have me, Dale, otherwise known as Kelvin, and the silky voice himself, Mike LaFleur, in the booth.
Thank God.
Well, let's get right into tonight's fights between Aldo Mofat and a good friend, formerly Deshaun Dubois, Daniel Medeiros.
Let's certainly get into it. And what are we expecting from this fight? Any thoughts?
A lot of slick
I'm
movement
expecting-
from Daniel.
I'm just thinking a lot of grappling. You know, Daniel's a good striker. We've been working on that, but he
We
is
sure have.
most comfortable on the ground and on top.
He wants to
and
be
when
on
we-
top of you.
Yeah.
That's his goal. At
He
all
tried to get that top mount there. You saw that.
hmm But Moffat was just a little bit too quick with that transition.
A little too quick.
Ooh. And
Yeah, it gets
Moffat,
denied though.
Moffat is getting trapped here on the ground.
Almost got the
denies.
back mount. Almost got the back mount.
And no health stats for the other man.
Nope. Hardcore.
It's a very intense fight.
No health stats in real life.
You're right.
Yeah,
there.
man. All you know is your body, so that's all we see. We are watching this from the POV of Daniel Medeiros.
Oh, beautiful
Ooh.
reversal.
Maybe we should try out a no HUD tournament sometime.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Me
And
versus
frankly,
Cage
if I'm
3
looking
with
up,
mud.
if I'm looking up at Aldo Moffat with no HUD, I might just tap out to strikes because that's the most terrifying thing I've
Ooh.
ever seen.
Yeah,
Now
because-
Aldo's
agree.
on top.
Sure is, and he has no ambition to get on the feet so far, so he's comfortable on the
Ooh.
ground here with Mr. Daniel.
Yeah, you know, he's
and
looking at
denied.
Daniel. He's like, "Oh, you're a wrestler now. All right,
Sure,
I'll be right
you
here."
see that stamina?
Yeah, it flashed up.
That is the
very
one thing you can
briefly.
see with no HUD, and he gets up. You
Ooh,
don't want to risk anything. I appreciate that.
look here, back on the feet again, but into the clinch straight. Aldo goes.
Ooh, the uppercut lands. Beautiful
Daniel-
body
Spinning
kick.
kick to the body lands.
Daniel is more technical, but I think Aldo is going to make this a weird fight like he normally does.
Oh, and he was going for that
Ooh.
takedown, but it was denied by that knee.
Ooh, beautifully placed front kick from Moffat there. Right now, the striking seems to be weighted in Moffat's favor. He is just picking him apart at range.
You see him blocking low every time he's out of range because he does not want to get taken down again.
And Daniel just staying patient here.
I think that's what he needs to do. He needs to
Putting
wait for
in
that
that body.
takedown opportunity. There it is.
Nice.
There you go. He
it's all
screw
out.
balls out on him.
Oh, and he pulls into half guard.
I believe both of these men are running Virtuoso, aren't they?
I believe so.
So they are both very comfortable on the ground as well.
And he gets
But,
up.
you know, Moffat wants to keep it standing. He knows that's where he has the advantage over Daniel.
Mhm,
Grappling,
definitely.
they're pretty close.
Ooh.
I'd actually say Moffat's getting the better of the grappling as well. But that's just from a
Ooh, good takedown.
reversal standpoint.
Classic judo. And, you know, Daniel Medeiros, fresh off of his controversial split decision
Mhm.
against Oni J, and Moffat coming off of, you know, some interesting fights as well. And I think he also had a controversial loss to Daniel Medeiros when he was Deshaun Dubois.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get some revenge on him.
He
and show that,
absolutely
hey,
is.
Yeah.
His loss and Oni's loss is but flash in the pan, and it's not going to happen again.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh,
and he's hurt. He
And
is
he
hurt.
went
very
for
hurt,
it.
man.
And
Nasty
Daniel,
elbows.
And
from
Virtuoso
Moffat
recovers
rocking there.
really well.
it definitely does.
That is one of its. That is one of the best attributes to have in a fight.
I mean, I was a
is good
Virtuoso for
ability.
my first 7 official fights, and let me tell you, he recovered well, he just don't have any power.
I was as well. It's strange how most newcomers and veterans alike.
Mm.
Oh,
Another rock, and he goes for takedown, denied.
That's interesting. I mean, if he went for
Yeah.
another high kick there, he might have actually knocked him out.
Possibly could have.
and Daniel losing this first round to the
Because he
weird
was
style.
blocking low.
Yeah, 2 Vox on Moffat. Control
Definitely.
time, reversals,
A takedown as well.
takedown as well. I mean, unless something drastic happens in these last 20 seconds, which is possible, Moffat's taking round 1.
Definitely is. Another takedown. And they might just
Beautiful.
want to end the round here.
And Moffat wants that
Oh.
ground and pound for the judges.
And he gets the reversal.
Yep.
The half guard. Yep, they're just going to
You got to be careful about getting the hooks posted at the right times, because they post their arm out, it'll post it entirely.
Showing
I'm
the
looking at these
stats.
stats. Moffat's outlanded him quite a bit.
That first round is definitely Moffat's. But
Definitely a 10-9.
let's see if Daniel goes for a game plan change right here.
Now, what he's doing is not working. He needs to figure out something else. Because, let's be
Ooh, and his
honest,
legs hurt now too.
Moffat is a weird jigsaw puzzle to figure out.
Definitely.
And usually the key to beating Moffat is on the ground. Daniel sees that right here.
Looks like he might have been working on his ground game though in between fights, because he looks pretty sharp here.
The young prospect was once a very promising striker, but he's since turned grappler after joining FOI, which is a very odd transition.
Pretty odd.
Yeah, that is pretty odd. We're all FOI boys up here. We like to put on great shows, and you know what? I'd say that this is a great show. I like watching grappling. And that's just me. Wrestlers are fun, and I like seeing a dude get slammed around.
Now we both know that's a lie, and you're just saying that for the commentary. We prefer to see some flying knees and spinning
Ooh.
heel kicks.
Well, let's just
The
say
arm
we
bar
might see an
attempt
armbar here.
is close. This is close.
Yeah. One thing about Medeiros is that he is very good
And
at
he
sub
canceled it. He knew he wasn't gonna get in that one, so just cancel it so he doesn't get the better position.
Well, that's an interesting cancel, though, because the deeper you go into a submission, the harder it is to escape.
Yeah,
And they were pretty even at that point.
I'd say so, but I'm not sure. There must have been something going on in his head.
I'm no jujitsu man. I have never once attempted a sub in an official fight, so
Oh wow, and this is
He
a strong
in the
position
back,
for Aldo. But he
And he
lets him up.
I mean, hey,
Oh!
he flips them off.
And Daniel just stands there, uncaring, not phased.
No, non-phased. Superman punch.
Ooh,
It's counter with
very-
the overhead.
Yeah, very clean overhand right there, and a beautiful kick to the
And
outside.
Daniel's putting it on now. He's I'd say winning the striking so far. Gets
Daniel-
denied on the takedown.
Daniel plays like Anderson Silva if he was a wrestler.
You know what? That's actually a good statement. Just letting him come into his own world.
Oof.
Oh,
When he gets
Good
that
turn to
takedown,
takedown.
beautiful.
immediately into side control. Yep, which is a
Then
very good
sprawl.
position to be in on top.
Definitely is.
Oh,
Denies
good
the
denial.
backside.
Ooh.
Oh,
Going for
is he-
side
oh, and he
control
got the side
himself.
control. He could just let him up here. Instead goes
Most
in the top.
guys, if they get that denial, they always go.
Oh, and he's
the
going for
side
an armbar of
control.
himself. Whoa.
Oh,
Wait,
and
actually
Daniel's-
reverse
Look at that stamina, man.
Ooh.
We don't know what Moffat's is looking like, but Daniels is a little bit low.
And I
It's a
think
little
Moffat's
low.
gonna go for this.
Moffat's
Man, you need to stay
trying to
calm. You
tear
need to
that
have-
arm in two.
Some slick movement back and forth in these. When you panic, that's when you lose. You can see his
Daniel's
bars getting bigger the more he
escape
panics.
game is just a little bit better.
Now it's
He's
getting
escaped
deeper.
this one. He's escaped
Yep.
this one right into
Into
full guard.
But this is exactly where Aldo wants to be on the bottom.
Definitely.
Full guard bottom is more advantageous
He
than
passes
full
into
guard
half.
top.
And here comes Daniel's big, tiny shot, heavy pressure on the ground.
And
where he
top mount.
just gets you into top mount and tries to grind you out. Slowly gaining grapple advantage here.
That's certainly what he's doing at the moment. And he's eyeing that arm triangle. You can see it there. Let's see where he goes from here.
Daniel, of course, is an FOI member, and he wants to be flashy here with some kind of submission.
Definitely.
I mean, if you're gonna sub as an FOI guy, it's got to be something cool.
We're looking for that first FOI twister at the moment.
Yes, sir.
Well,
It
let's
will
just
be
say,
an FOI flying orca that will accept Bobby's $20 challenge.
Sure will.
ever since the first one, there
Hmm.
might not be a second. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
That was strangely cryptic, Mike.
It was pretty cryptic.
Yeah.
Shout out to my fight with Ryan Jones in
Oh, that's
Daniel
right.
Medeiros' league.
That's not no ICF though.
Not quite. It is an affiliated league, though. And we do suggest to all our supporters to check out the affiliated leagues.
Definitely do. And it's looking like this round's going to end with Daniel on top. How will we score this round? I'm saying 10-9 for Daniel. So have it
Honestly,
even here.
Hold
Let's see
on.
what the
Let's
stats
look
look
at
like.
this. Okay. Out.
Daniel
Yeah,
outlanded
dude,
him. Yeah, this is Daniel's
maybe
round.
The control time.
that one rock might get it to Aldo just
No.
because of in-game judges, but if it's anything but Daniel's, it's a robbery.
Yeah, I agree.
It might
He
even be a
outlanded him.
10-8, man. I mean, he landed 50 more strikes there.
The control time was very
Very-
wild.
Yeah.
Ooh, and looking at Daniel here, he knows that
Oh,
he has that
Ooh.
round in the
timed that.
bag.
Perfectly timed.
And here we go. The Daniel Madero special. Laying on top of you and letting those elbows and fists fly.
Oh no.
He's got them
Moffat is-
razor sharp Tony elbows.
Oh. Man.
Oh,
These
he just
denials.
keeps denying it. He needs to try something else. He just keeps going for that spot.
Put in a sub,
Oh.
Daniel.
Again. Oh,
Dude,
man.
he's got like no stamina right now. I mean, after this many denials?
Oh,
Another.
Again.
Daniel
Man.
is working on his side control here. He's using this as practice.
And
Sure
look at
is.
the blood coating the ground there. Man.
It might just be ink from all his tribal tattooing.
His tattoos are leaking.
He's taking
Sure
chunks
are.
out of Moffat's face with those elbows. Look at the gloves.
And he's faking that arm triangle, trying to get into top mount, it seems. And he's got it.
Ooh,
There we go.
heavy GMP could cause a finish here.
Certainly.
Oh, here
The
we
ref
go.
should be looking at this. I mean, he's just hanging on right now.
And Moffat, usually a very weird fight for any opponent. Daniel seems to have
Mhm.
figured him out here.
Oh, and he's going
Yeah, I
for
mean,
the
he had some
armbar.
adversity in the first round, but he's definitely
Ooh,
figured it out in the second, and looking like the third.
And here you see a
Cancels
classic
it.
strategy. He canceled it, but while he was in it, he kind of stayed in the middle a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Just to make sure that, if there is a possibility of getting it, he'll get it.
Yeah.
But he knew he wasn't going to.
posturing up again and Daniel being patient there with the ground and pound.
Now, Mike, if you were Aldo at the moment, what would you be doing? What is your number one priority?
I'm thinking faking the half guard. That's something that gets every opponent guessing. And it gets
Mhm.
Aldo back to that sweet full guard spot that he seems to be looking for.
And he just got it.
And I think Aldo's
He's back in
strength
full
lies
guard.
on the feet here, so he needs to try and get up at all costs and get a knockout, or at least some kind of round changer.
I mean,
We're
well,
approaching halfway
armbar
through.
attack,
Ooh!
but he's got full
Okay.
stamina. Look at that
Ooh.
stamina. He's got almost full stamina.
It's going to be
should
hard
be
to
able to
get
get out
this
of this
pulling off.
And he knew to
Definitely
cancel
lets
it
him
before
out.
that slam opportunity came, so he wouldn't get into side control, which he knows just keeps getting denied in.
Daniel's side control is now looking just as good as Deshawan's and some other folks like Debo Albu's.
Mm-hmm. Certainly. Yeah, I mean, 2 minutes to go in the round. I mean, this is 10-8 so far.
So far, it's all Daniel here, just from start to finish in this round.
I mean, we can't see his stamina, but maybe Aldo's stamina is just completely shot at the moment.
I wouldn't
That's
be
why he's not
surprised if it
attempting
was.
anything.
Probably should be after all those denials in a row. I'm
Mhm.
surprised Daniel didn't go for a submission or something big there, like the ground and pound.
You know, Daniel is generally fine to get a decision
Beautiful.
win. That's something that happens a lot if you have a grappling heavy style
Mhm.
without a whole
Just
lot
pure
of ground.
domination.
Yeah. He just wants his opponents to feel like less of a man after he fights them.
And they certainly do. I mean, I've been there. 15 minutes of getting wrestled. You don't feel like a man anymore. You just want to switch to like women's flyweight.
And I think you can hear Aldo in the cage complaining about Daniel laying on
Oh.
him. Oh,
I mean, this is some active groundwork, though. I'm not complaining about this.
you can hear the frustration in Aldo's voice here.
He's talking in tongues, it seems, but certainly is frustrated tongues.
In the native language of his people.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
Not
he
bad.
just stated a line from the Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Is he trying to curse Daniel?
Last
I think
30
he might have.
seconds, this curse has to work.
I believe his coaches are writing a name in a book right now. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Are they riding Daniel Medeiros or Deshaun Dubois?
And it doesn't seem to be helping him at all here.
No. He hasn't had a heart attack yet.
Pure
Looks
domination.
like Daniel's
in the
gonna
third
have
round.
his chips and eat it too.
Sure is
Oh.
with the dip. With the dip.
With
and
the-
that
with
dip is
the
on
dip.
the canvas. Look at that sauce all over the canvas.
Aldo just has no answer for this pressure of Daniels.
And it's looking like a decisive win for
Mhm.
Mr. Daniel here.
Possibly 2 10-8 rounds for Daniel. I want to see how the judges score this.
Yeah,
I feel
we have to
confident
see.
in saying that this is
Yep, and
yep,
it's
need
Daniel
to
Daniel
see.
wins.
Medeiros.
Let's see if he pulls up the stats for us.
I believe he should.
Okay.
And
I mean, great fight.
see.
I mean, he had adversity in the first round, but he definitely
Oh.
came back. Oh, no stats.
No stats.
no stats, but
If we're scoring it ourselves, I'd say 29,
Round one,
26,
10-9.
29, 27.
Yeah, I would tend
Mm-hmm.
to agree. That second round for me was a 10-9. The first was a 10-9 for Aldo. Second for
Mm-hmm.
Daniel. And the third was definitely a 10-8.
Definitely. So
Yeah.
probably 29, 27.
man,
You almost never
Great fight.
have 10-8s in the ICF, but that was a rare exception.
He's just put the whole division on notice that his grappling is up there.
and Aldo was doing real good in that first round, man. But I mean, it just was not enough. You know, he
Definitely.
gassed himself out a bit too early, and then you saw he had like what 8 denials in a row.
Yeah, something crazy. I mean, it was he definitely had some success. He had success in the first round. Daniel definitely had to face some adversity, but he
He
came
had some
back.
good striking in seconds. You know, he did
Definitely.
get that leg lock.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Daniel changed what he was doing. He said, "I'm just not going to strike with you, dude. I'm just
He
going
knew
to
the game
take you
plan,
down.
he
I'm going to
stuck to
lay
it.
on you, and I'm going to hit you when we're down there."
And-
Yep, certainly.
I'll say that might be a performance of the night with how Daniel's game plan changed so rapidly.
Yeah, I mean, just the pure adaptation after the first round.
Mhm. I agree with you. That might as well be a performance of the night worthy performance right there.
Who knows what is yet to come, especially in the next fight, which I'm very excited for. Someone here in the booth with us versus Patty Baker. Now I believe his name is, and correct me if I'm wrong, everyone, but Boswick.
I'm not sure. It changes. Seems like
Daily.
every couple days.
I know that he went from Patty Baker to Daniel Moss back to Patty Baker.
What's
But I can assure you that I fought Patty Baker, and you will see that now.
Now, getting in to this fight between Patty Baker and Dennis, the human highlight, Hendo Malley.
All right, so in this fight here, we have me, myself, Mr. Hendo Malley versus the infamous Paddington Baker, and you can see his cap looks a little different here.
Oh, this is looking.
Yeah.
Is this racist or?
Well, he is. He's English, so I also believe it is a tribute to Sip with the green hair.
Oh, look at that spinning kick from Dennis.
Yeah.
Now he's using powerhouse here, so I have to work the body and stay away. But
Yeah, you don't want
I
to
tried my
stand and
best.
trade with a powerhouse fighter. 'Cause, I mean,
definitely,
it's fun, but man, any one of those hooks will knock your lights out.
exactly.
Oh,
And I mean, he's
Slick
doing
bucks.
good. He's getting some off on me. Goes for the
Good
takedown there.
takedown defense, though.
We had a gentleman's agreement to no takedowns or follow-ups, but as you'll see later,
But
not everything
Paddington
is
Baker
set in
is no
stone.
gentleman.
He certainly is not, but he is a dog, and you'll see that in this fight.
So Dennis, coming into this fight, you talked a little bit about, he's powerhouse, you keeping your distance, working the legs
Right.
and the body. But what else was in your plan here? Because you fought Patty, I think, out of the 3 of us on comms the most.
Yeah, so I have the most spars with him, I believe. He is one of my favorite people to spar with because our just styles match up. What I'm looking for here is basically just working the body and probably getting a flying knee because I've knocked him out probably dozens of times with a flying knee in spars. So that's just what I'm going for here. But he's doing good work on me, as you can see. I'm not getting the better of these exchanges right now.
Patty Baker might be the best boxer on the light division.
Yeah, his body work is second to none in my opinion.
Oh, he's reeling you in.
He certainly is.
Ooh, and that front kick there. Ooh, and
Oh.
good slip back from Patty.
It's getting spicy, and I wasn't feeling it. You know, well, it might have been an off day for me, but
Well, I
We're just
mean,
getting
that
going.
kick didn't look so off.
And you landed that front kick right there.
and
You're
this
doing
was
some
the
good
body.
work.
Yeah, just trying to
Yeah.
work him down. Really, I got that.
Ooh, beautiful spin. Patton needs to start hanging in the pocket with you a little bit more, you know? At
Well, I'm trying to
distance,
keep him at
Powerhouse
range.
isn't very good. Yeah, but he needs to
Really
keep you backed up on your back foot and keep you pinned against the cage to eliminate that.
Certainly, I'm sure that was his game plan, but not that easy to keep me off the cage. I'll throw a knee at you, like right there, or I'll throw you that spinning jumping back kick.
And these knees and spinning kicks are working so well for you, but Patty is trying to force you up against the cage. Maybe it's a change of game plan. Ooh.
Yep, he's breaking my block. Just keeps taunting me.
Oh, that was
Had to
inches
get-
away from landing.
Tried to get that cheeky front kick.
Yeah, man, I know all about getting knocked out in the middle of a taunt, and let me tell you,
Mm,
it's fun.
demoralizing. It's demoralizing.
It's demoralizing, yeah.
I got
You know,
that.
it makes you, but you know, it's like it's always a fun KO when you get
Right.
hit in the middle of a taunt. The ragdoll comes in full effect.
It's the most ragdoll you can get, I believe.
Ever since UFC 2, it's what we can get.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
he was
and a
knockdown.
knockdown early, but Patty taunting, not wanting to go for the follow-up.
Like I said, we had the gentleman's agreement. No ground game or follow-ups, and we're both stand-up guys, so there would be no ground game
Yeah.
regardless.
Ooh.
And
Duck
gentlemen's
that.
agreements are not frowned upon.
No, I mean if you two agree to it before ahead of time, there's nothing in the rules saying you can't. I mean, he could have went for a takedown here. I wouldn't have said anything. I wouldn't have complained.
Ooh.
It is MMA.
Slick moves from Dennis in the middle of that
Very
spinning
slick.
kick endeavor.
Yeah, how are you fighting and on comms? You know, I don't even hear the fight coming.
Yeah.
coming through your mic.
Well, yeah, I have really good cardio, so you
that's
won't hear
good.
any heavy breathing or anything. So
Oh, that's good. I always
really
knew
these
that
kicks.
you were the level of an Olympic center.
got that rock over the knee. Didn't get it.
You're fishing the
Stamina's
knee a
low.
lot in this fight.
And Patty
Yeah, he's very
looking for
susceptible
the
to it.
body, obviously.
I mean, it's a fun
Yeah.
KO. I don't blame you.
Almost all his KOs on me do come from the body, if I'm being honest. Last minute block there, blocking the spin.
Ooh.
Almost
very
had
close
that.
overhand.
And he's just gonna taunt me. I'm taunting back. I'm thinking his leg because I've been hitting it. And he's just piecing me up right here. Look at that.
Pressure boxing you down, Dennis. You need to
Definitely
watch out in there. Ooh.
I'm trying my
Oh.
best. Leave it to me to throw a flying knee while rocked.
Ooh, Calvin, any advice here? For
And we both point
Dennis
at each
going
other.
into the second round. This is an insane first round. Look
Yeah,
at
give me some
Honestly,
info.
man, I'm surprised you haven't done a whole lot of leg work in this fight. You're probably one of the best leg kickers we have in the ICF.
I
You're
appreciate
basically
that.
our
His
Edson
leg- he-
Barboza.
Or the Justin Gaethje.
Or just,
I
yeah,
am
or
the
just
human highlight. So yeah, I was working the leg a lot. He does like checking those, so my own leg was getting hurt in the process. I'm just trying to set up everything behind the leg kick usually, or the jab. It just all depends.
You must be hurt from that first round.
Definitely am. Definitely kind of scared here.
Whew. And Patty just backing up, content to push you.
Now, yeah, Patty, it seems like he had a change of game plan coming into the second round.
Interesting change of game plan, because all he's done is push you.
Right. Kind of reminds me of a fight I saw recently with you in it, there, Kelvin.
Yes, the greatest fight in ICF history. Stone Cold
Mhm.
Steve Austin versus Zero Kelvin Lamb. 15 minutes of pushing.
And it
And it was a close defeat.
It was
Very highly contested fight. I mean, some would say
Yeah.
that could be rigged, honestly.
I heard it is the reason that the terrorists did attack the commentary booth tonight because we
Oh,
weren't
really?
reacting hard enough. We didn't react to it. We didn't commentate it. I heard that's why they beheaded.
Yeah, dude, it
everyone.
has the most strikes in ICF history. A combined over 1,200 attempted strikes.
It was gorgeous.
It,
Now,
it
Patty's
truly
just-
was magnificent.
Patty's basically just saying I'm better than you in every way, shape and form.
Yeah,
He's not punching me.
He's trying to push you around.
I'm pushing him back. I'm pushing him back.
Yeah, dude, he's channeling Anderson Silva. You know, back in his prime when half his fights were just
Moving
taunting
back.
people.
Pushing.
Oh,
You saw what
Patty
happened in the
is
first
stuck
fight.
against the fence.
But his head movement's just so good. I can't get anything going.
You're able to get some of these leg kicks in, which is nice. Get
And
that
good
body
two
hook.
weeks
I'm just backing up, getting a piece, and chipping away.
But yeah, he has not thrown a single strike aside from a push this whole round.
Patty
And
is
we're
a much
approaching the 3-minute
smaller
mark.
man here.
He's just taunting at the moment. I mean, he knows that he's getting the better of the pocket exchanges. He's dodging all my hits. He's got my combos nailed in. Yeah, I was pretty frustrated.
The head
To say the
movement
least.
I
really
would be
worked.
too.
Go for the fake spin. I was just trying to get a reaction. Maybe hit him with like an overhead or something.
Ooh,
That hurt him. That leg is still getting chopped out.
whew. And
Checked
Patty
your
tried
leg
to check
kick.
it.
Checks are getting me.
It's equalizing y'all's leg health, but I'd still say you have the advantage on that.
I'd say so.
You're obviously winning this round because Patty just isn't throwing the same kind of volume you are.
I mean, he hasn't thrown anything. He's just been taunting and head
The
movement.
game does count pushes as a strike, which is weird because even if you do land the push, it does not count as a completed strike.
This is
Right.
so odd here from Patty. Just throwing the occasional knee, maybe a teep. Oh, and his leg is crippled.
Oh,
And I believe he was just trying to gas me out.
oh, there we go, there we go. He hit you with a body straight. Patty's first attack this round. Oh, there we go, there we go.
Legs hurt again. Spin. He's reeling me in. Another leg kick.
Patty trying to show you he has you on the end of the hook. Oh,
And he hit
and
me
he
with my own move.
His own leg kick.
And I'm disappointed. That's my move.
oh. This is such a closely contested fight here.
Oh, both men a little bit hesitant to go full commitment on those kicks.
Yeah, you missed those
Man.
and it's night night.
Patty's
What the health we
legs are
have
just
here.
destroyed, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's just really trying to get in my head at the moment, trying to wear me down. I mean, you can see the stamina difference. He's definitely winning the stamina war.
And he's just trying to block every strike he can and keep
Mhm.
himself safe while also draining you, Dennis.
That's definitely what I was thinking.
Ooh, but the switch
Got that
kick
body
is there.
kick. Mm-hmm. Little leg kick. Just keep chopping at those legs. And he goes for the clinch. Takedown from the clinch, which I was pretty upset about. um,
The gentleman's agreement still stands, but his legs are so crippled.
they definitely are.
Ooh.
Mine are as well.
Oh!
That's all she wrote, folks.
Oh my god. Patty. With a taunt in the worst way.
Just
That's
gets
all she wrote.
sent flying
Oh.
backwards into the octagon. Man, dude,
watch that
another
again.
flying knee
Oh.
knockout.
Right on his back.
Maybe my best flying knee knockout today.
Oh, I've just been able to read his chest.
And look at Dennis here. Ecstatic.
I love it.
Now, after this fight occurred, boys, I got a very interesting statement from Patty.
What would that be?
Patty looked me in the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
In the eyes. And he said, "This is my retirement fight.
So
This
I
is the note
retired.
that Patty Baker is leaving off of. You, Dennis Hind O'Malley, sent him into the geriatric home with a flying knee.
Wow. And that was our second fight. So the first fight,
Mhm.
he did starch me. I'll agree to that. So maybe down the line, if Patty Baker does choose to return, we'll get that trilogy in there.
And I definitely think that Patty will return sometime later down the line to try and
Yeah.
redeem himself. But it will be a long awaited return whenever it does happen. That fight was an absolute banger from beginning to end, and it definitely rivals the Brian, Colin, and Thunder fight. Poor fight of the
Yeah.
night. Both men. Patty in the second round was just trying to show complete domination and got caught off the end of a big strike.
It was
Play
very
stupid
Weidman.
games.
It was very
Win
Weidman
stupid.
Silva 1-esque.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you
Silva
play
got
stupid
KO'd
games,
on
you
the
win
top.
stupid
Oh,
prizes.
yeah.
So,
Unfortunately, that happens, and retirement fights, they happen all the time. Comeback fights also will happen. And we're going to see the
Yep.
next generation of men in this next fight versus the older generation. Coming up, Jean Batidde versus Dogu Altunay. That fight, the return of the king, essentially. What are your opinions, Kelvin?
man,
Dennis?
Dale, you can go first.
oh, thank you, my
Of
friend.
course, of course.
Man, I am very excited to see this because I mean, Jean Baptiste, I believe is his name. I cannot remember his last name at the moment, but Jean is an incredible fighter. He rocked through our heavy Grand Prix. Petite, thank you, I was correct. He rocked through our heavy Tony as a brand new guy, 3-0 champion of the heavy division. But I mean, Dogu Altunay, what can we say about him? The second entrant into the ICF Hall of Fame, a legendary 13-1 career, and he's coming back. I mean, dude, I love this guy, and I love watching him fight. I am excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a banger. I mean, he wants that belt back. You can definitely, you know that. But we all know that. The whole server knows that. So it's definitely going to be a great fight, and I'm looking forward to it as well.
This fight, I'm expecting extreme fireworks from both men. Jean has showed diversity in his striking like no one else. Almost yourself included, Dennis. You
Mhm.
use that spinning kick that Jean really, really enjoys. That's
Yeah,
been
I've
one of his
sparred him.
highlight kicks.
I've sparred him, and I mean, his style is very similar to mine. He might have gotten the better of me in a couple times, but he's definitely very game. And it's definitely gonna be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it.
That's why he's the current champ. And now we're going to see if experience beats talent. Here tonight, Jean Batidde versus Dogu Altunay.
And as we get into our main event of the night, the return of the king, I have to share with you guys something that Dogu told me right before he retired.
You sure?
You know, look to my coming on the first light of the fifth fight. At dawn, look to the east.
Mm.
And as we see, we look to the east, and here he is, Dogu Altunay, the ICF GOAT, back in action against the newly crowned Jean Batidde. I'm
Let's see.
excited.
This is certain to be a banger, in my opinion.
Pride versus UFC.
Mm. Beautiful.
Oh,
Ooh, and they're thinking the same. They have no spars, as you can see. There was 0-0 record, so they definitely don't know how each other plays.
these guys have never once fought, and honestly, this is always a fun position for a fight. Oh, a little bit of rubber banding there, but it's all right. He rubber banded right back to where he was.
It's all good. All good. He loves
Sidekick
that body
Dogu.
kick. He loves that body kick.
It's
Both
useful.
do.
I have.
Look at that.
Ooh,
Yeah, very equal so far in the first minute of the fight. And that body kick.
That lead ooh, beautiful slipping.
Beautiful
just on
head
both
movement
sides.
here.
He is just working Dogu's body right now.
Oh.
He's playing the long game, and that's why he's champ.
And Dohu's slick boxing in the knees there. They're just so effective here.
I mean, he's just.
And I never thought I'd see Dogu fight Cyro Gon, but you know, I'm happy.
Yeah,
This is the heavy
like
division
that,
after
yeah.
all.
it is.
Exactly.
Oh,
Mm. I mean, this is just such an equal fight. It's like a mirror match almost.
and
I mean, yeah, look at their staminas are at the same level, their health's are base at the same level full. I mean, yeah, it's holding up a mirror to these guys, fighting the same way.
they're so equal. And I think just looking at the health stats, maybe Jin has a little more in terms of the head health, but Dohu has more body health.
Yeah, it seems like it. And he's just working that body, so it would make sense. He's just headhunting at the moment.
Ooh,
Almost had that. He just that kick always works. It always lands. Unless you sway to the left or right, it's always gonna land.
And Dogu just knows how to place it.
Definitely does.
I mean, dude, Jean's making some good work with that Rio body kick. Rio body roundhouse. I mean, he's landing that clean. Time after time.
and he's not so
Definitely is.
much being flashy. He's more so just sticking to the basics, especially
He
boxing.
knows. He knows this could go
Ooh.
25 minutes. He doesn't want to tire himself out. He's just trying to, he'll get
You don't
the
want
feeling
to
out
get
process.
you don't want to get overzealous in a fight, especially
Yeah, we
against
saw that
someone with
last fight.
striking
We saw that
pedigree.
last fight. When you get overzealous, you see what happens. Definitely not good. Sometimes it works, but most of the time you're just getting a knee to the chin.
And looking here, both these men know that they have 4 more potential rounds after this.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Dohu's
Man, I would
letting
be
it slip
genuinely
both.
surprised if it made it all 5 rounds.
I mean, it's such a technical fight right now that I could see it going to 5 rounds.
Ooh.
The level these men's staminas are at and the volume they're throwing, I don't think it's going to reach past the 3rd.
Take some bets.
Ooh.
Ooh.
These
The hooks and the
combos are so
knees, they're all
crisp.
just flowing. They're all flowing. Both sides.
Nope.
Gene's gotta watch that stamina now.
That
Yeah,
stamina's
both
going
these
to be
men
a
have to
problem.
watch it because once it gets to this level, you want to keep an eye on it. Make sure you're not overcommitting at places.
Ooh.
1 minute left in the first round.
Ooh.
And Dohu is piecing him up now at the end of the first.
Yeah, it
You
seems
can
like
see Jean's body health
Body
is
health.
just getting lower
Yeah.
and lower. And when that
Oh,
gets
like
lower,
it.
your stamina gets lower.
Yep, that body's getting worked.
Oh,
But that head's also getting worked on the
Yeah,
other side.
Dohu's taking big shots here. Gene's boxing is. Oh.
Body
Jesus
rock.
Christ. The body rock.
Oh.
Ooh.
Another
Ooh.
one.
He
But
blocks
here we
it.
go. He's starting to block low.
Oh!
Ooh.
And
A
his favorite
knockdown.
position.
Oh!
Knee on
He's
belly.
finished so many fights
Oh.
from here. Oh, and he gets
here
out.
we go.
He gets to
up.
get up. 10 seconds left in the round.
Gene is not out of this fight yet.
Nope, certainly not. And they're just gonna stand it out. 10-9 Doe all the way.
Oh,
I mean,
10-9
there's no
Doe.
arguing that knockdown won in the round.
absolutely.
Those knockdowns and those rocks, man. I mean, this was his round. It took him a
Definitely was.
little
Just
bit.
folded him. Those
Jean is
liver
a-
shots.
Oh man, I'd be surprised if his liver is actually functioning right now after
It
that.
certainly
final
is
knee.
not.
And Dohu was really feeling it. Maybe this momentum change will do something for
Maybe.
Jean. But wow, he's getting hit by
Still
everything.
attacking that body early. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful.
Maybe it's time
hooks.
for Jean to start getting some wrestling in here.
We haven't
Maybe.
seen a whole lot of his groundwork. Now we know
Maybe
that
it's
Dogu is good on the ground, but probably the closest time in his monumental title reign that he came to losing it was in his fight against Justin Desiohan, the other PlayStation tough coach.
Hmm.
I mean, he was one strike away from losing that title in
Yeah.
that fight.
Well, he was also one strike in our fight, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, that illegal back of the head hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the crane
Ooh.
kick.
Oh, the crane kick gets him.
He always saves it. for
Oh,
second round.
oh! And a Brock
There
on
we
the other
go.
side.
Possibly a momentum change.
He's holding
Good
on,
block.
recovering.
John's. Ooh.
Another hook landed. Another body hook.
You might be getting the feel for Dogu's rhythm right now. He's
Yeah,
blocking
definitely.
these body hits. Look at that. If that knee hit, it would have been blocked.
It would have.
Look at that. Another block right there.
Mm-hmm. So far, an amazing fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Dogu is just putting it on now. He's going to start trying to run away with stamina advantage here.
Definitely.
It is significant stamina advantage. But you got to respect Jean Batidde here. He has not let that affect him.
Nope,
He is
definitely
still
not. But he's got to
fine.
watch that stamina.
Especially with those big spinning heel kicks. And when he
Definitely not
moves
the time to
forward
throw
with
those.
those, it takes more stamina.
Mm-hmm. And he's whiffing on him too.
You gotta plant your feet
Ooh.
when you throw those big attacks. They hit harder, they hit quicker, and they take less stamina.
Definitely.
Ooh, and that switch kick is starting to do some work here.
Some body shots of his own, it seems.
Maybe a little bit too late. Actually, you know what? It's round 2 of a 5-round
Never
fight.
too
It's
late.
not
Never too late.
This is never too late.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh. Just keeps
Flipping
laying that
on that
knee
straight.
right down the middle.
perfect
I
think-
movement from Dogu here.
Dennis,
Yeah.
I think Dogu might have moved to Thailand
I
after
think
his
so.
retirement.
He's looking Bangkok already right now.
Yeah.
Certainly is.
And a knee from Jean Batidde right there.
A knee for a knee there. These men are just going at it. Oh,
Body
Ooh.
rock.
oh,
Crane kick. Hook. Doesn't land. Ah,
Good
another
attempted
body
slip
kick.
though.
This is just looking like Dan Hooker versus Edson Barbosa right now.
Oh man, yeah, those
Ugh.
knees.
and Dogu is just going for that liver.
Non-stop action here. But his head health, he's got to watch it. And Jean's got to watch that stamina even more. Getting lower by the minute.
If Jean has any hope of putting him out, it's with a big strike.
Ah, man. He maybe could have
Well-
capitalized more on that stamina advantage right there, but
What Jean
Seems like-
Batidde needs to do right now is he needs to start focusing on one area
Oh,
of Dogu's
Oh!
health. Oh!
in one area he did focus on is that head.
Because when your stamina is that much lower than the other guys, you have to pick and choose each and every one of your shots.
Can't be mixing it up.
and Dogu reminded why he's fighting the current champion with that
Mhm.
overhand.
It was close to an ending there. If it knocked him down, Jean Batidde might walk away with the title. He is not out of this fight yet.
Walked away with his first defense.
Ooh.
That is correct. This is his first defense, and what a first
What a
defense
tough
this
task.
is, man.
What a
Yeah,
tough task.
you take the title, and then we go. Oh, by the way, here's the goat. Good luck.
Literally, yeah. Good luck. They don't want to see you win, man.
And that body is getting so banged up. It's so red on that right side.
Definitely. Coming down to the last 20 seconds of round 2. And this was again all Doe's round.
Dogu's face. is
Jean
so
Batidde
red.
had his moments. He had his rock.
Definitely.
He had a
Definitely.
couple of them.
I'd
But
still
I
give it
would
10-9.
I'd give a 10-9 Dogu as well. But you know, judges are weird. Maybe they give him a 10-9 to Jean Batidde.
You never
You
know.
don't want to assume.
Yep, these are boxing judges and they love the boxing. They don't know what kicks are.
I
Now,
think-
boys,
Go ahead.
ooh, going into round 3, well, what do you guys think that Jean Batidde needs to change? Because clearly something needs to change here.
In my opinion, more leg kicks. They seem to be having a decent effect, but he definitely needs to be head hunting here. He doesn't have time to go for the body, really, unless it's something huge.
Yeah, I'd say some more head movement, leg work, just mixing it up with the leg kicks mostly. I don't want to see any body kicks. And body kick right there, rocked him.
Ooh,
Oh, and he
another
sat
knee.
down again, folded. Could he get the finish
Doe's
here?
going for the finish.
Oh, it's close.
Oh,
It's close.
It's close. It's
No,
no cigar.
no cigar.
Put
Gets into
one
the
last
sprawl.
elbow on the ground.
Backside. He's finished a lot of fights from here too. Finished me.
Oh, here we go. He's taking the
Back
back.
out. Flattening him out.
Not
Almost.
quite enough.
Oh, just gonna
Chico
lay down.
is almost being put down on his back.
Oh, here we go. Back flat,
And he's
man.
flattened out.
Oh, but
Ah,
I'd rather be in top mount than back flat. So
definitely.
Dogu wants to
good
put
dodge.
him out as soon as possible. This is a dangerous competitor.
Definitely. Trying to get
Here
that
we
top
get-
mount. And he gets back into side control. Some
we're
elbows.
seeing a lot
definitely gonna
more
lay
wrestling from Doe this time. You think he might have bought a vacation home in Dagestan as well?
Down. I think that was why he was out. Oh,
Oh, there we
and he
go.
throws him off. This just proves wrestling and BJJ does not exist. Once again,
I mean, if you're on the ground, just get up, man.
just get up.
Yeah, just get up. And when you're standing, just
Oh, look for the crane kick. Or another body kick. Oh, and he catches the knee.
Doe's pretty smart, man. He's got a high fight IQ. He knows
Definitely.
he's used
Oh,
the knee
front
into
kick.
crane kicked a lot.
Mm-hmm. Keeps
Oh,
attacking that.
oh.
Oh, another one.
The knee.
Just those knees. But man,
Oh, that
the-
body's almost done. Just one jab to the body, he would be out. Oh, and the spin
Ooh.
does not land. Low stamina once again. Oh,
Oh.
another rock.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh!
And the king
I
is
th-
crowned again.
The king has regained his throne, and I think he might have just executed Jean Batidde there. Did you
His
see the way
liver
he
is
fell
gone.
down?
His liver is
His-
gone.
Both his livers have ruptured.
He is on a transplant list as we
Oh.
speak.
It
I
is
am
truly
on the
ruptured
phone
here.
with the nearest hospital right now, begging them for a liver.
I heard Patty has a fresh liver. He has been declared brain dead as of now, so I do believe that we do have a liver for Jean, so he will fight again. So that is good news.
That's good.
But I
That's
mean,
good.
what a fight. What a performance.
Man,
And luckily, Patty was O positive. So we should be able to see Jean make a quick recovery.
Definitely.
And
I
that
mean,
was
Doe.
absolute
It-
banger of a fight.
I agree, man. Doe's just coming out here reminding everybody this is his division and this is his crown.
And
Chair,
crown
the throne
he has
that you
regained.
sit on, you only sit there if he lets you.
Now what's next for Doe? Let's talk about that. I mean, we had Thunder. We saw his performance. He clutched the. I mean, you never know. I mean, this division, it's just so
I think.
thick and so good.
I think maybe we see Dylan Audrey. If
Mm.
maybe he wasn't dead. He was
Yeah.
not killed.
Yeah.
He
brutally.
was beheaded right in front of us. We
In a
were called in last
hypothetical
minute.
world. If that did not happen, Dylan Audrey, I think would would
Maybe
be the,
we
that's the Tony Ferguson versus Habib of that division.
Prime.
Mhm.
Prime. And I believe that we could tie up a controller to a Ouija board. Maybe get in contact with Dylan, but definitely I think that's the fight to make.
I mean, but you mentioned it at the start there, Dennis, but a rematch with Thunder, I think would be fun. 'Cause Thunder has completely changed styles. The last time they
Right.
fought, he was a wrestler, and he held him down. And he lost the fight. It was a close fight.
It was.
But I mean, now he's as good a striker as you will see in the ICF, and I would like to see that.
Now
rematch.
I have another proposal.
Okay.
I'm ranked number 1 now after beating Patty. Tough is
Wow.
going on currently in the light division. So I don't have Chip. I can't fight Chip until Tough's over. How about I move up and get my rematch?
Get the Hendo Malley Altunay rematch. that
That's
you
definitely a
lost due to an
possibility.
illegal back
It
of the
was an
head
illegal
strike.
strike. Go rewatch it, people.
Yeah.
I was concussed. It was
The
a
tape
illegal
doesn't
strike.
lie.
I also have some evidence about some other allegations that came to light.
Mhm.
That's neither here nor there. But I would definitely like that rematch someday. Maybe not this week. Maybe the next week. You never know.
Never know. That would certainly be a very fun fight to watch.
Definitely.
Now, I would, of course, love to throw my hat in the ring, but as the resident prelim main eventer, unfortunately, I don't have the power for that. But I think that a Dogu Kelvin Lamb fight would be fight of the night.
I believe it'd be fight of the
I'm
century.
just saying.
Maybe fight of the eon.
There's so
Possibly
many
fight of-
matchups that Dohu would make an amazing contender for.
Definitely.
If only we had the time of day to see all of them.
Definitely.
This was an amazing card. And now for the post-fight bonuses. Who gives what and where?
Dale, you go first. I want to hear your
Yeah.
opinions.
So I'm thinking fight of the night goes to Jean Batidde and Dogu. I think as a fight, that was probably the most fun I had on the card. And this is a card full of fun fights.
Definitely.
Like that's a tough decision to make.
I don't know if Brian's giving out 2 fight of the night bonuses, but I mean, Colin versus Thunder is definitely in the mix there too.
It definitely
that's
is.
if Jean Batidde versus Dogu doesn't get that, then it deserves to go to Brian, beloved Colin,
Definitely.
and Thunder. But
Performance of
honestly,
the night.
performance of the night might go to Daniel Medeiros.
I'd agree with
Yeah,
that.
definitely. The way he came back and the way he showed up for the second and third rounds, I believe that's deserving of 50K.
That total domination from beginning to end of that third round.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
Definitely.
that in my mind.
Certainly.
But man, Dennis, I think you might be getting a cool 50 G's your way for that flying knee.
Man. I mean, I wouldn't
Knockout of the night, baby.
definitely knockout of the night maybe.
I'd
We'll have
tend
to see
agree
what
with that.
Mr.
But-
Brian has to say about that.
We do have a lot of speculation before we hand out those bonuses, and those are just our humble opinions, of course.
Yes, that is true.
We're just
Everything that
mere
we say here,
commentators.
it is not a promise as to how these things will happen.
2 of our commissioners have unfortunately been beheaded. So
Yes, there is a very large power vacuum in staff right now, and we are currently in the midst of a very brutal civil war. So
certainly,
we'll see how that shapes out.
definitely, and this was an amazing card.
That it was. And this, from bottom to top, definitely delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was real slick.
This card was another one that was marred by some difficulties with a couple of the fights, but it shined. The fights that were sent to us and were in the rules, they were amazing.
I mean, yeah, from the domination of Daniel, the scrunching at the slickness of Doug in that main event, it was a good card, top to bottom.
And there was a lot of scrunching indeed with that very odd disqualification that we ran into. But we're not going to talk about that, not while we have more pressing tragedies. It was a very scrunchy
Their heads are still
moment.
here.
Bobby.
But now, we're going to transition. And Dale, I'm going to have to ask you to do your thing here.
It's all you, baby.
All right. Well, you guys saw the same card that we just saw, and let me tell you, man, it was fun. So if you want to keep seeing cool cards like this and see some pretty cool plans that we have coming your way, video-wise, make sure to hit the subscribe button about as hard as Dennis hit Patty with the knee tonight. And make sure to click on that bell and hit notifications so that you know when we upload. Because I don't want you guys to miss these fire cards that we're putting out.
And smash that like button!
That you can take down.
Smash that like button!
Yeah, smash that like button, dude. Smash that like like button.
PS5 giveaway at 25,000 likes.
Of our current Xbox.
Smash
At
that like
25,000 likes, I will fly to the 25,000 like, and I will grovel at the front door.
Definitely, I know. And take his word for it, people. He
Good at
will do it.
groveling. I'm a
And Dale sounds like he's in the wreckage.
I'm a man of my word.
Of the
Definitely is.
Syrian compound. Unfortunately, Dale's receiving some communication errors. We thank every single person who has helped make this card possible, and we will see you all next week.